Hi, it's Bob Allwine at Maryland Cash House Buyers. So I'm over here at a property in Westminster, Maryland that we are renovating. And this property we bought from someone who inherited the property. And I was thinking about the challenges that folks that inherit properties face. Usually there are one or more of three of the following challenges. Challenge number one, usually the property needs some work, right? So a lot of inherited properties might have been built in the 50s, 60s, or 70s. And the family is just finished with the property and it hasn't been updated in quite some time. This property in particular needed a new septic system, new siding, new windows, new HVAC, the whole 9 yards. And that's a costly proposition for some folks who may have inherited a property and they really don't want to keep or need the property any longer. So they may decide to sell it to a cash house buyer like us, because we're going to spend the money to renovate that house and get it all fixed up for the next homeowners. So that's one challenge. Another challenge typically is that when folks inherit properties, you know, there could be a lot of belongings in the house, and some of those belongings are important to them and they'd like to keep those belongings, and other belongings are not so important. Or maybe there's just things that, you know, it's time to take them to the dump, right? So as an example, we bought a property from a lady in Frederick a couple of months ago, and she took about 2 months to pack up, or I'm sorry, 2 weeks to pack up the items in the house that she wanted to keep. So we took those items for her down to her storage unit. And then we came back on the same day with our trailer, and we loaded up some items that she wanted to donate to Goodwill. So we took those over to Goodwill. And then there were some items left in the house that just needed to be tossed, right? So we took those items down to the dump for her. So that happens a lot. Almost every inherited property that we buy comes with some kind of stuff that needs to be moved or thrown away. So if you find yourself in that situation and you're considering selling your house and you don't want to do all of that or deal with that yourself, we can help you with that. And then the third problem or challenge that people run into a lot of times is that when a property is inherited, it goes through a process called probate. And during that process, one person is dedicated as the personal representative for the estate. And that person is the person who's responsible for the outcome of what's going to happen to the property. Now, the challenge sometimes is that there are more than one family members involved in an estate, right? So this particular house had a lady who has a sister, and the lady that sold us the house was the personal representative. Now, there were some items in the house that the sister wanted to keep, so the seller lady, the personal representative, was responsible for coordinating and making all of that happen. Sometimes the challenge is getting family members on the same wavelength, same page, and making the decision as to what's going to happen with the house. Sometimes maybe a brother wants to fix the house up himself, or you know, somebody else in the property, or somebody else in the family has a friend who's a realtor and they want the realtor to sell the house, and you know, sometimes that's the best option. So if you find yourself in that situation, usually it's a good idea to have a meeting ahead of time and talk with siblings or family members and all agree on what's going to happen with the property and who's the main person that's going to be the point of contact for making these things happen. So if we can help you with that, please give us a call. You can fill out our quick response form on our web page, www.mdcashhousebuyers.com. www.mdcashhousebuyers.com, and hopefully we'll talk to you soon and maybe we can help you with your inherited property. All right, thanks. Have a good day. Bye-bye.